Oh, okay. So yeah, like, it's not show up on our screen, which is always gonna be weird to me. But if you're watching this at home, yeah.
I don't know how you can play just using the preview of the thing. That's too small. That's crazy.
Like, I can make it bigger, but it's like, it's limited in like how big I can make it.
I mean, I'd rather just play it like this.
Yeah. Grab a nice little like spoiler time image for like My Hero Academia spoilers.
Oh, okay, that's what you want to talk about.
Yeah. Cause it just like worked. It's like, we have like Snape with a gun, effing like, like just the Statue of Liberty just half buried in sand in the background.
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, just like off in the distance, the Death Star's exploding. It's just like the Titanic sinking off to the side. Well, if anyone has any suggestions for like things to add, I'm totally up for it.
I guess I missed all those other things. I didn't see Snape with a gun and the Statue of Liberty. I missed like the Titanic and the Death Star and whatnot.
Oh, man. I might just slip more in after this than just like, that's so fun.
I'm pretty sure there's a way to scale an image without screwing up its proportions, but I don't remember.
I think you just click the corner and drag it.
Well, no, because that won't keep the proportions the same.
There's probably some way. Yeah,
whatever. I thought it was shift and drag, but it wasn't shift. Maybe it's control.
Yeah. But like, I feel like the anime of My Hero has like reached the point, right? It's like reached a section where it's just like, hey, like, maybe this dude is the traitor. And it's like, okay, I guess he's not. And now you have all the info everyone reading the manga does. Like, straight up. So I'm trying to think of, like, how exactly do this, because, like...
I don't want any... Well, I guess you just said there's no information other than that, but... I'm just watching the anime, so I don't want to know anything that happened in the manga.
Yeah, this is gonna be like anime only. So like, that's like just straight up, like, you have any traitor theories, like, off the top of your head?
Nope.
Nope, nothing.
There's literally nothing that indicates any of them would be the traitor.
I think there is. So this is like what I was going to, because like I have a theory. I think I got it.
There's one character that showed up like once, and he was talking, and he had like a dubious. He said something suspicious, but he hasn't shown up since.
Do you remember who it was?
Nope. It's just some guy.
Do you remember the description?
Just some guy.
like
he's super. I don't even think he's a side character. Like I said, I think he showed up once.
So like I've seen like quite a few theories going around, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the most common one is just straight up like, oh, it's the invisible girl. And people are just like, oh yeah, because she's invisible, of course. And I like, just sort of with her, I'm just like, nah, I don't think that's quite it. That'd be kind of obvious, actually.
It's a little on the nose.
Yeah.
Oh, the invisible girl who could be anywhere at any given time.
Yeah, just wasn't in class that one day.
Or was she?
There's like a dark theory that's been going around. It's like, oh yeah, well if it's like Kaminari, like the lightning guy, right?
It's too dumb, unless it's an act.
Yeah. Because like, alright, here's the reasoning people have. Alright, get ready for this.
Okay.
So like, there's an image where it's like he's making this face where like, one half's kind of crunched up and he's doing this like cocky smile.
Uh-huh.
And if you take half that, half that's like crunched up, and like mirror it, it looks super evil.
That's a really stupid theory.
Yeah. I'm not sure how much I buy into that one. Man, people have also been like, oh, maybe he can like disrupt radio transmissions or something, or do something with that, maybe.
We've never, I mean, again, unless he's hiding it, we've never been given any indication he can.
Yeah.
It's just lightning powers.
So I feel like, oh hey, who's in the chat?
It's Yoshi.
Oh, hey, it's gone, Yoshi. We're talking My Hero spoilers, sort of.
Hey, Yoshi.
Anime spoilers, that is. For, like, it was not, like, caught up. Well, I guess not, like, really caught up as much.
This isn't even really spoilers. We're just speculating stupid crap.
Yeah. There's recently the thing where it's like, I'll, like, make this, like, super clear, because it was, like, super weird when it happened. Like, do you see the recent episode where, like, Aoyama does... Yeah.
Yep.
So, like, Wade just, like, looks at the window, like, menacingly and just disappears.
Mm-hmm.
That was the end of a chapter.
Oh, yeah, I know. I watched the Team 4 Star. They do a episode review thing every week.
I'm so glad they mentioned that, because it's like, that's the dumbest.
Yeah, to give you the indication, like, ooh, Aoyama's...
Is he the traitor?
Is Aoyama the traitor? No, he's just weird.
Nah. He's just a weird guy who likes cheese. So yeah, here's my thought process, right? So first thing I want to kind of, like, go through, right? Oh, what's it say?
Exaggerating. Just chilling with my DR crush. Okay.
Alright, awesome.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
I'd assume Danganronpa.
No, I know DR Danganronpa, but like, are you sitting in game playing like the bonus mode? Like, I don't what?
Yeah, I'd assume so.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
so
It's none of my business.
yeah, right. So here's my logic, right? So first, like, I feel like I've heard this argument a lot. It's like, oh hey, it can't be someone we don't know. Like, it can't be someone who hasn't gotten that much focus. I'll throw that argument right out the window.
Well, yeah, I could be a spy.
Yeah, because, like, between now and, like, the end of wherever years off, like, any person could get any amount of focus, like, at any moment.
Yeah. For all we know, it's some random in the B class.
Yeah. Well, funny you should mention that.
Somebody think it's a random in the B class?
I think it might be. So here's my reasoning, right?
Okay.
So, like, it's like the first thing that happened that was like, oh, hey, Traitor was like, oh yeah, the League of Villains knows where the heroes are when they do, like, the big training exercise, right?
Yeah.
Like, the first time when they brought the Nomu, like, they brought the Nomu when they fight Alma and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just second one, it's like, okay, they know, like, where they're going. And, like, they teleport everyone around, and it's like, oh, like, they put Froppy on a boat.
Froppy's not the traitor.
No, but, like,
Okay.
yeah. They put Froppy on a boat where, like, she'd be the strongest. And it's like, oh, they specifically found, like, alright, like, these guys don't know what our powers are. So, like, right off the bat, it's like, okay, like, all the theories about being, like, someone from Class A, out the window.
True.
Because, like, they had that training exercise, right, where they, like, played heroes and villains and crap, and it's like, oh yeah, here's what every single person can do, basically.
Okay, hold on, real quick. If we're gonna grind, then go... Well, okay.
Well...
If we're gonna, like, run around and grind while we're talking, we should go grab the Platinum Sukamon.
Yeah, that'd honestly be, like, a good idea, actually. Alright, but yeah. So, like, the traitor has to be someone who's not part of Class 1A, because, like, then they know everyone's powers and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, there's a, it's a Gakure or, like, this or that. No, all gone. It can't be Tsukigami or whatever. Can't be, like, effing Bakugo. So I'm thinking, right, it's like, okay, well, it's like, who could it be? Like, who's left? It's like, alright, it might be a teacher, that's non-possible.
I don't think it's Aizawa.
Yeah.
Aizawa's been way too helpful to the students all throughout everything.
We don't have Sukamon.
Do we Digivolve him?
Yeah, we Digivolved him.
Oh, right, because I was gonna try
like,
and
we could de-Digivolve.
We could, yeah. Because I was gonna try to get them up to Platinum Numamon at some point.
We'll be fine. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, so...
Wait, did you... You put... Oh, okay, no, I thought you put somebody up.
Nah, we're good.
Okay.
Alright. Yeah, so I'm thinking, it's like, okay... So, like... Maybe it's a teacher, you think about it, it's like... I don't think that's super likely. Like, just thinking it over. Because, like, they'd have the records and stuff, right?
Yeah, they would also know all the kids' powers.
Yeah, so that's like someone in Class B is stop and think, it's like, alright, who's those prevalent character in Class 1B, right?
That one kid who won't shut up about how Class B is better than Class A.
Exactly. So, like, from here on, it's like, okay, maybe there's something to this. And I was just looking through it, it's like, alright, does Yard do anything that's, like, super suspicious? Like, is there anything he does that's like, okay, yeah, like, he's looking for information or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And turns out, there is a point. I was gonna guess Minervamon, whatever. But yeah, there's a point where it's like, oh yeah, I remember it's like the second point where it's like, oh yeah, the Traitor's a thing, right? Mm-hmm. And like the summer camp in the woods where they go out and stuff like that. So there's a point before where he's like, just sort of shows up to taunt them. And he's like, oh, you failed at all this stuff. And he's like, oh, you're so weak and pathetic. And he's like, yeah, I wonder how many of you have failed, haven't they? And he's like trying to like goad them out of info. And there's just like, oh, screw off. And he's like, alright, but just know that we're superior. And it's like, oh, he's totally fishing for it, isn't he? Yeah, like, while he's there, like, the Class 1B students mention, right? Like, they're just like, oh yeah, like, we know what the test is going to be like, what this is going to be. Because, like, we talk with, like, the older students that are on, like, higher grades. So it's like, okay. So, like, he knew that they'd be, like, shipped out somewhere. And, like, he knew to, like, keep track on that and stuff like that. And, like, to bring a tracker base. Like, just turn his phone on, essentially. And, like, he'd also probably know about, like, the test of courage and stuff like that, because that's a big tradition, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, alright, like, just think for a second, it's like, alright, what if it's not him? What if it's another person in Class B? Well, then, like... Whoever, like, is the traitor would probably not be in the forest while, like, the new villains are attacking, wouldn't they?
I think it's a teacher. Maybe not one we've had much screen time with. Maybe not a teacher, but definitely an adult.
Yeah.
Because what does a high schooler have to gain from betraying their classmates?
It's hard to say, but, like, yeah, all for one, all that, like, one for all, I mean. Like, yeah, he does have connections. Like, it's not possible he just, like, got some kid to be up to this, But yeah, so, if it is a teacher, it's probably Present Mike. I'm just gonna say that right now. Cause, like, he's always there, right? Like, he gets all this focus on all this stuff, and, like, yeah.
Playing the goofy character up, and it's like, surprise, they're the villain.
Yeah,
a
like...
a la Naruto.
Yeah, that worked perfectly with the trope, honestly. So yeah, it turns out it's like, looking through it's like... Yeah, if it's someone from Class 1B, then, like, they won't be in the forest as, like, moonfish is just out doing their thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, they'd want to be in the cabin, and because they know what happens when you fail... They know how to get into that cabin. It's like, from here, like, okay, would Monoma really, like, fail on purpose to keep himself safe? Because, like, in the kind, it's like, basically him, Bakugo, and, like, I don't know, like, Blood or something. And, it's like, I looked back and it's like, oh yeah, like, he totally does do that strategy at some point. Because, yeah, like, the big, like, sports event, right? Like, he intentionally, like, holds back in the race to, like, get an edge. So that he'll be, like, in a more advantageous position later when, like, everyone doesn't know his quirk.
Are we talking about that kid who is constantly yelling about how Class B's better?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know names.
Yeah, sorry. But yeah, we're totally talking about that. Like the power-stealing kid.
Oh, that's what he does? Okay.
Yeah, he copies people's powers, basically.
I didn't know that. That's a... How's he B class? That's a really good power.
So here's why he's B class, right?
Is he bad at it?
He can only copy, like, specific things, and he doesn't have, like, you know, the ability to, like, know how to use them correctly.
Okay.
So, like, if he fights a Bakugo, he copies the explosions. Like, you're not gonna beat Bakugo at blowing things up, basically.
He's likely to blow himself up.
Yeah.
If it was Deku with this power, he'd be super good.
Yeah.
Because Deku, like, makes notebooks full of information about superpowers.
Yes, it's like he doesn't know how to do your stuff as well as you do, and he also doesn't have, like, the gear for it and stuff like that. Like, all he really has is, like, a bunch of stopwatches, which are just to, like, you know, measure how much time he has left.
Ooh.
And that's just what that's for, basically. But, yeah.
Yeah, he can't, Yeah, that sounds vaguely familiar. Like, he can't copy a quirk of someone who, say, has, like, a tail or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, because, like, I assume he doesn't just grow a tail.
Yeah, like, he can't copy physical things, but he can copy, like, other things like that.
Yeah. Could he copy, One for All?
Straight up, nah, turns out I can't.
Huh.
Because it's like, he can't copy powers that, like, require something to be stored.
Okay.
Yeah, so...
Because One for All is just...
Yeah.
A big storage tank of energy.
From, like, the previous generations, basically. There's a point where it, like, comes up, and he says, like, oh yeah, I can't copy, like, Fat Gum's power, because I don't have the fat.
Mm.
So it'd be, like, you know, it'd be useless.
That's a good power to be able to have, though.
Yeah.
Fat Gum's so cool. I just want to say that again.
Fat Gum's the raddest.
Fat Gum is so freaking cool.
Yeah. But I just want to get this out. Like, I'm calling it now. It's Super Manova. Like, it's gotta be.
Nah, I don't know.
Like, keep an eye on that kid. He's gonna be something.
Just for the sake of one-upping Class A?
Maybe.
That's extremely petty.
You know what? I honestly wouldn't put, like, that much past him. Like, you know, gets into contact with someone that's just like, oh, hey, yo, you wanna, like, beat those Class A kids? Yeah, you can copy powers. I'd show you the ropes. I'd show you how to do some crazy stuff with that, you know? It's like, yeah, alright. I can't see it.
You know what I don't get?
What?
In the most recent episode, they're talking about, combining powers and whatnot. Or, like, Ashido is.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, you toss me and I'll make it rain acid or whatever. And then, like, Mineta and Kaminari are like, what about us? And it's like, oh, we don't need you. But, like, as crappy of a character as Mineta is, like, I don't know. I could see some utility with a power where he sticks something to you that you can't remove.
Yeah.
Well, like, if they conduct electricity, then Mineta and Kaminari are already a good team.
Yeah, honestly, they kind of are.
He throws a ball at the person that they want to attack, and the Kaminari shocks it, and it just...
Alright, so here's an idea, okay?
This is assuming...
Alright.
Sorry, this is assuming they conduct electricity.
Yeah.
Alright, go ahead.
Alright, so you have Deku, you have Araka, and you have Mineta, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, Mineta can, like, shoot his, like, balls off on, like, a shotgun pattern, kind of.
Okay.
Araka makes him float, makes Mineta float. Then Deku grabs him, throw the frig out of that guy. As soon as he's enraged, sticky balls everywhere. Like, you stick them up good. How do you dodge that?
By dodging.
Like, you're done. Like, you will get the balls one way or another. Barrius like uses a sticky ball rope thing, just like grabs you with the balls on the way past, just drags you with them.
Here's what I'm thinking. Uraraka can manipulate gravity. Can she straight up like control where things go, or she just makes things weightless?
She just makes it weightless.
Oh, okay. If she could control where they went, I can't imagine Minetta's balls are that heavy.
Yeah.
So they'd be easy for her to manipulate. So, like, he throws them, and then she uses, like, her gravity powers to control them, but she can't do that, so...
Yeah.
Mineta would work super good with, Inasa, the wind guy.
Yeah!
Remember in the exam when he's using his wind powers to, like...
Oh, that'd be so good.
Yeah, use all those balls to try and hit people.
Like... Inasa and, like, Aoyama, like, what's-his-face, laser guy. It's like, I just fly you anywhere and you can just zap people at a distance. You become the ultimate sniper.
Maybe.
Maybe.
The thing about Aoyama is, like, we know that his power is super limited, and he can only fire it a few times before he gets sick.
Yeah, and craps himself.
Yeah, so...
I assume that's what the stomachache is all along.
Yeah, he crapped himself. But, yeah, unfortunately, like, Aoyama's power pretty neat, but because it's incompatible with him, which is something we learned in the most recent episode.
Yeah.
He doesn't really work on a team all that well in general, because his power is so limited.
Like, you get one good shot, and that's about it.
Yeah, if Aoyama can get one good shot and take out the enemy in one hit, then good, but...
Yeah.
If he needs more than one, he's probably in trouble.
You know, there's actually a thing where it's like the invisible girl can, like, bend light and control how that works, right?
Oh, Kachira. Oh, yeah, that's right. Her invisibility involves refracting light.
Yeah, so she would, like, do that.
I don't know. Did they do that before? Where she refracts his laser?
They do it at some point.
Okay, so they could do a sniper spotter team.
Yeah, basically. And because she's invisible, she can, like, spot from anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty useful.
Oh, man. Like, try to think of, like... You know what's, like, super good? Uraraka just, like, touches you, Uraraka. You float into the air. Just pushes you up. Just waits.
Just let you go.
Waits. Yeah, wait a bit longer. Just talent can't hold it. Alright, now let's drop them.
It's rendered ineffective if the other person can fly or has durability that would allow them to survive the fall.
Well, durability only goes so far, man.
I don't know. I think,
That's pretty dangerous.
What's his name? Red guy.
Kirishima.
Kirishima?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Kirishima could survive a pretty significant fall if he just hardened himself.
Like, he'd probably survive pretty well, but, like, you know, like, just flow him up to the edge of space or something, it's no, you're done.
Uraraka couldn't hold it that long.
Just, like, if you didn't hold it long to go up to, like, terminal velocity, then, like, yeah, just drop that statue.
Well, I also feel like she probably has a range.
Does she? I'm actually not sure.
I don't know either, but I assume she can't make something weightless and then, like, just walk away from it and leave it there. Like, I assume it has a range. I don't know, so, yeah.
Yeah, so one thing I do know is that something, like, just early on, they, like, have the ball test where it's like, oh, you use your powers to, like, throw the ball, and it reads infinity.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Like, early on, it's like, oh yeah, you have to, like, how far can you throw this ball? And it's like,
yeah.
oh yeah, use your powers to, like, cheat, basically.
Right.
And she scores an infinity. And it's just like, I'm gonna take that as being literal, even though it's probably just a gag.
What was the goal? To make the ball go as high into the air as possible?
Yeah, just go as far as possible. Like, Bakugo just uses the explosions to boost it and stuff.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Maybe it depends on the weight. Because a little ball wouldn't be that heavy.
Well, I don't know. Does the weight matter?
Well, yeah. We know that Uraraka has a harder time lifting heavier objects.
Oh, really? I don't remember that at all.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah, you're probably super right.
Like, I think she lifts, like, some kind of crazy stone, like a concrete slab in, like, the training exercise
Oh, right,
or whatever.
yeah.
But she can't hold it for very long because it's stupid heavy.
Right, right.
Who's
Oh,
Sneak
man.
Knuckle?
The friend
Gradamon?
Gradamon, yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so are we, like, done with spoiler talk, or is there anything else we want to get to?
I don't really have anything.
Alright, yeah, we're probably done then.